Most wanted criminals in the United States. Here is a list of the most wanted criminals in the United States. Follow along if you are interested in learning more. Over the past few years, the primary focus of FBI and CIA investigations has shifted away from domestic criminal behavior and more towards capturing and eliminating terrorism. So, while mobsters, gang leaders, and serial killers are always included in any most wanted list, what's changed is the number of terrorists, both Muslim extremists, cyber-terrorists, and hackers, on the most wanted list. But the bottom line remains, as stated by the FBI, at the heart of their operations, and we quote, is to protect and defend the United States against terrorist and foreign intelligence threats and to enforce the criminal laws of the United States. Featured schools. If you go to any FBI website, you'll see their priority wanted list divided into two categories: national security priorities, terrorism, counterintelligence, cybercrimes, and criminal priorities, public corruption, civil rights, organized crime, white-collar, and violent crimes. We've done a bit of the same thing here. The list that follows has been divided into three sections: violent crimes, terrorism, and cyber-terrorism. It is not arbitrary, even though the FBI no longer lists one criminal as being more wanted than another. We've listed them based on the FBI and other USA most wanted lists, averaged them out and listed them in an order of our own device. One more thing. If you know anything about any of these individuals, call your local FBI office or nearest state police barracks immediately. 1. Alexis Flores. Charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, kidnapping, murder. Reward, $100,000 for information leading directly to his arrest. Flores is wanted for his alleged involvement in the kidnapping and murder of a 5-year-old girl in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The girl was reported missing in July 2000, and was later found strangled to death in a nearby apartment in August of the same year. 2. Glenn Stewart Godwin. Charged with unlawful flight to avoid confinement, murder, escape. Reward, $100,000 for information leading directly to his arrest. Glenn Stewart Godwin is being sought for his 1987 escape from Folsom State Prison in California, where he was serving a lengthy sentence for murder. Later in 1987, Godwin was arrested for drug trafficking in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. After being convicted, he was sent to a prison in Guadalajara. In April of 1991, Godwin allegedly murdered a fellow inmate. He escaped 5 months later. 3. Jason Derrick Brown. Charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, first-degree murder, armed robbery. Reward directly leading to his apprehension, $100,000. Brown is wanted for murder and armed robbery in Phoenix, Arizona. During November of 2004, Brown allegedly shot and killed an armored car guard outside a movie theater and then fled with the money. He may be in the possession of a Glock 9mm and a .45 caliber handgun. 4. Fidel Urbina. Charged with first-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping, unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, aggravated sexual assault, failure to appear. Reward directly leading to his apprehension, $100,000. Fidel Urbina is wanted for allegedly beating and raping a woman in March of 1998. While out on bond, he also allegedly beat, raped and strangled a second woman to death in October of 1998. Her body was later found in the trunk of a vehicle that had been burned. Both crimes occurred in Chicago, Illinois. 5. William Bradford Bishop Jr. Charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, murder with a blunt instrument. Reward directly leading to his apprehension, $100,000. Bishop allegedly bludgeoning to death his wife, age 37, mother, age 68, and 3 sons, ages 5, 10, and 14, in Bethesda, Maryland, on March 1, 1976. He then allegedly transported their bodies to Columbia, North Carolina, where he buried the bodies in a shallow grave and lit them on fire. He would seem to be quite intelligent. Bishop has an American Studies degree from Yale University and a master's degree in Italian from Middlebury College in Vermont. A longtime insomniac, Bishop reportedly had been under psychiatric care in the past and had used medication for depression. 6. Robert William Fisher. Charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, first-degree murder, 3 counts, arson of an occupied structure. Reward directly leading to his apprehension, $100,000. Fisher is wanted for allegedly killing his wife and 2 young children and then blowing up the house in which they all lived in Scottsdale, Arizona in April of 2001. Fisher is physically fit and is an avid outdoorsman, hunter, and fisherman. He is believed to be in possession of several weapons, including a high-powered rifle. 7. Eduardo Ravello. Charged with engaging in the affairs of an enterprise, through a pattern of racketeering activities, conspiracy to conduct the affairs of an enterprise, through a pattern of racketeering activities, conspiracy to launder monetary instruments. Reward directly leading to his apprehension, $100,000. Ravello was indicted in Texas in 2008 for his involvement in racketeering activities, conspiracy to launder monetary instruments, and conspiracy to possess heroin, cocaine, and marijuana with the intent to distribute. His alleged criminal activities began in 2003. Ravello is known to be a captain, capo, within the Barrio Azteca criminal enterprise and is allegedly responsible for issuing orders to the Barrio Azteca members residing in Juarez, Mexico. Allegedly, Ravello and the Barrio Azteca members act as hitmen for the Vicente Carrillo Fuentes drug trafficking organization and are responsible for numerous murders. 8. Victor Manuel Llerena.